Anyway, Juno2 Who says, can you please make a tutorial on how you do this style of looping? What gear and programs do you use? Quite frankly, I'm just flattered that somebody wants to know. So yes. So right now I'm working on Where Is My Mind by the Pixies. I'll show you a couple things about kind of a brief overview of how I do this. Basically, I'm terrible with lyrics. So the first thing I do is write the lyrics down and find out the tempo. And then I do my best to memorize these lyrics. Sometimes that's why I did Bad Bunny a couple months ago, and it took me like a month to memorize just one section of one of his songs. So yeah, I will show you some of the stuff behind me. I start off with this microphone. I record all the toys through it. And this one here is my vocals. So I'll record all the toys to that into this. All right, this is the pedal board I built for live looping. This is my RC300, and I control the inputs with this mixer. So here's bass, this is vocoder when I go through these pedals here, and this volume pedal. And then this is the actual like condenser microphone I have set up for all the toys. So I'll turn it pretty much all the way up, or sometimes with drums it'll be here, or stylophone is almost always here. But you'll see me do something, and then I'll use this to kind of keep it quiet while I'm doing something else. This is my M9, line 6. So I've got my bass running through this before it comes here. And so I've got it on an octave and an overdrive pedal, and then sometimes I use this synth. So I've been working on a new cover, a toy jam for Where's My Mind by the Pixies. So I'll just run through a couple of little settings. They're kind of always the same. I will usually have like drums and bass, the music that's built on top of that on these, depending on how the song goes. On certain songs I'll have drums and bass here, and I'll have like verse here and chorus here. With Where Is My Mind, or the way I'm doing it, it's just one repeated chord progression. All right, so usually I will record the audio through one of two effects. I will use transpose on the drums to give it like this nice deep feeling, and most everything else I will use it's a delay. I can switch between them quickly. So here's delay, basically, and here's transpose. And so I will use transpose on drums. Bass is always clean. Whereas my mind, I've got some cool storybook sounds going on. And on this case, I almost always have them set up so that when you push the stop button, it's on the loop end. Sometimes I will have it set to immediate if I need it to like stop right away for whatever the song is. But I almost always just have it on loop end. It's just easier because I can push it knowing that it'll stop at the end of the phrase or at the end of the bar or whatever. These are all set up to end on loop end. You can push stop twice to end immediate if you need to. And I always have, you can hear it on every single video I ever do. It's a click track. For me at least, looping without a metronome gets really messy. I'm not a great tempo keeper. It's hard to keep myself on when I don't have a click. Sometimes I will sing through my microphone, but I will leave the condenser mic on. So I'll have it like turned up, and I will have the effects on. And so I'll have it on, and that gives it, you can almost hear it right now. Like it has that like cool bass transpose thing going on. So I'll have that on sometimes. It's hard to keep track of when you're watching the video, but sometimes you can watch like what I've got turned up. And that's basically it. I run the bass through this on here, add a couple flare, and then I kick into with the drums. And then I've got like the super cool melody and thing on Where Is My Mind here. And it goes out here into my computer. This is my vocals, and this is the RC300 into Logic Pro. And I'll just have, this is the RC300, and this is my vocals. And then I will edit it all together with Final Cut. So that's basically how I do it. That wasn't like super in depth. I don't know if I should make more of these for each toy jam, or if people want to know like how I'm actually going about writing. So let me know if I should make more of these, if I should go more in depth. Let me know. More questions, I'm happy to answer them. Thanks.